1 week down, sit rep. Bad news. I'm eating like crap. I have barely exercised. I haven't been journaling, and frankly, I've been feeling pretty bad. The good news, I've been cleaning fairly consistently. I've been using my red flag system to keep track of why I'm not doing so well. And I've been not falling asleep in front of the TV anymore, and I've been very, very sober for the last week. Most of my problems come back to two things. I miss home, and I haven't made this place a home yet. I realized that getting rid of so much stuff, I don't really have enough stuff to make a nest for myself. That said, I don't want clutter, and I don't want to have a big, heavy amount of stuff to deal with. I want to keep my house mobile so that I can move around and do different things. I'm thinking some colorful, bright lights, Christmas lights, paper lanterns, those little LED candles, cushions, blankets, pillows, things like that, so that I can make a bright, happy little nest. I think that will make me feel better about my surroundings and give this place the sense of home that I don't have. As far as missing people goes, I'm going back for a visit to see my mom and some people this coming weekend, so that's good. The other thing that I've been trying to do is keep in continuous touch with people. I've been hit or miss on that, but I feel like when I reach out to the people that I care about, it gives me that sense of connectedness, even if they're far away. The other issue I've been having is one of planning. I haven't made enough space in my schedule for exercise or working on my projects like this, and that's frankly really dumb. I need to enforce the time that I wake up better so that I have time in my mornings to exercise, groom myself adequately, because that always makes me feel much better, and take care of cleaning and prepare for the day properly. I also need to make sure that I keep going to bed at a reasonable hour, because when I go to bed at a reasonable hour, I wake up and I feel a lot better about my next day. I've been being okay about that so far, but I can still make some improvements. Most importantly, I have to keep remembering my mission, because, I'm a superhero, and I can't just sit around and do nothing. That's a waste of time. That's not what superheroes do. Superheroes improve and help people, and I've been faltering on that a little bit, but I'm going to focus up. I'm going to remember why I started my mission in the first place. The other planning issue I've been having is one of food. With all the different nonsense about diet stuff, the thing that I've seen consistently that's most important to me is planning. I need to plan my meals, or I'll eat junk. I need to plan my snacks for when my meals go awry, or I'll eat junk. Granola bars, things like that I can make myself. Fruit, apples, things like that. Frozen vegetables are good for me. They're not as good as fresh stuff, I know that, but I tend to cook frozen vegetables more consistently, and I tend to not let them go bad because they're frozen, which helps with going bad. So that's a big thing I need to do. I need to plan my meals better. I guess it comes down to a thing my dad always says. Good things and good activities build up good inertia, and bad things and bad activity build up bad inertia. My addendum to this is that usually a move or another big break or a dramatic change in your schedule will just completely erase all of your inertia. So if you get sad or tired after a big shakeup and don't start out strong, it's really easy to build up a lot of bad inertia quickly. My mistake was I didn't pay attention to that when I got here. So I built up a little bit of bad inertia pretty quickly, and I didn't start to build the kind of healthy habits that I need to build if I want to be successful here. The fortunate thing is that I'm still in the early stages of settling in here, and I put in place my whole system of red flags so I can tell when things are starting to go awry. So using those, I can let myself know, hey, you're starting to build up the bad inertia, and then I can get out in front of it. So today, I've worked on some of my projects, I've cleaned a bunch, I woke up at a reasonable hour, I'm going to exercise as soon as I finish recording. You gotta know when you're getting it bad, and you gotta cut it off, because otherwise it just builds up into this big mountain, and then there's no way you can ever get over it. So you gotta get out in front of the bad inertia. That's the best thing you can do. With a little luck and the changes I talked about, hopefully I can get out in front of this, and I can make this a good place for me, and I can do some good work.